Hello my spunky stamper, welcome to the stamp room and this quick video on the new Classic Ink foam stamp pads. Stampin' Up! Has made a couple of changes in the new idea book, and one of them is that they have worked on all of their stamp pads. The old stamp pad had a fabric top and the new stamp pad has a foam top, which is going to really make a difference in the application of ink on your stamps. But before I show that to you, I want to point out that you have all the names of the ink pads now on the bottom of your pad, and I'm going to call this Night and Navy, Night of Navy. And I'm just going to put this right here, so when I have it on my shelf I can see the color. What I have done in the past is I have marked all my stamp pads by color family. So since this is a Regal and this is a blue, I just know it is Night of Navy, or it might be not quite navy. But now you can put the names in your favorite language, and I was considering naming all of mine in blue, but all my stampers will go crazy if I have German labels on my stamp pads. But I might do it just for kicks one day. So you have that right there. Alrighty. So this stamp pad is at least 8 years old. I've been a demonstrator for 5, and this Night of Navy pad was one of the very first ones that I bought, so you can tell that these will last you forever. However, after a certain amount of time, especially if you use it a lot and love it a lot, you will notice that your ink pad surface is not quite level anymore. And so what we've been doing, or what I've been doing, is making sure, let me show you, that I just wipe my stamp to get the coverage all the way, and then I would tap it, and let me get some spare paper. I would tap it and stamp. With the new pads, you are going to be amazed. They are foam, so they are super soft. So the first time that you put the same amount of pressure on as you do on the other one, you most likely will ink up the edges. But look at how juicy that is and how well I transfer. Absolutely stunning. So when you get your new ink pads, you have to practice a couple of times, because you are used to putting your pressure on there, and if you do that, you're going to ink all of that up. See that? Let me clean that. Because we don't want that. So you're going to practice to just barely touch it, and you are ready to go. Absolutely awesome. Now when you have line art, you really need some practice. I have really fine text, and this is a fairly thin image, so I'm just going to tap real slightly, and see, I have to be on really straight. And at first I was annoyed, but at the same time I'm like, wow, this is just awesome how juicy this pad is. And now I don't pick them up anymore. I used to always pick them up. I don't pick them up. I keep it there, I tap, and I stamp. I tap and I stamp. And your coverage is absolutely amazing and stunning. Alright, one thing that you have to know is, as they reformulated these pads, they made sure that you can use the old ink refills on the new pads. There are only 5 or 6 exceptions, and I'm going to list them at the end of this video. You're going to be able to scroll them in the credits. So unless it's one of those colors, you can use the old refill on the new pad. The new refills can be used on all of the old pads. So when you have your old loved pad, you do not have to run out right away and replace them all. Just replace them as you go, because they work wonderfully. But the new refills will all work on the old pads. If you have a new foam pad, double check the back of this list, and I will also post it to my blog. in the section what you need to know about the new idea book. So if you have one of those colors, you have to have a new refill for it. Anyway, so I hope you love this. If you have any questions, send me an email or leave me a comment to this video here on YouTube or on my blog. I will be sure to link this to my blog. And like I said, be sure to watch the credits. And if you have any questions about these new foam pads, give me a buzz because they are awesome. This is Tanja Weir. Be sure to check me out on my blog, www.spunkycards.com, and I wish you a wonderfully happy stamping day.